What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that's extremely important if you want to overcome anxiety, and that's rewiring your anxious brain. Okay, so you want to stick around for this whole video, and that's very interesting because patience is something that you need when you want to rewire your brain, especially if it's anxious, right? So if you can't make it through this whole video, either I just suck super bad or you have issues with patience. So stick around. You're going to get a lot of value out of this. A lot of you are going to get a ton of value out of this if you can apply it. I think a lot of my videos are great, but people just don't apply. So stick around. But you know what time it is? Smash the like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on this process, or any of you having trouble with this. Anybody want to add anything to it? If you just want to share your story, whatever you want to put it down below in the comment section, guys. Remember, we're counting this thing down every day. 5 days left. I repeat, 5 days left to get Elite Anxiety Boot Camp, my step-by-step blueprint of how I personally overcame anxiety and how you can apply all of these awesome tools, change your mentality, change your perspective, make your environment conducive for recovery, or at the very least, if what you're just wanting to do to manage, it definitely is going to help you with that. 67% off, right? There's only 5 days left for that, so please join. All of you that have been joining that program, I'm so excited for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me and doing this. It's amazing. I think it's going to change so many lives. A lot of people are already seeing results. I'm getting some awesome feedback, so be a part of that. So, down to the meat and potatoes of this video. Rewiring. That's going to take time. It's going to take time, and I think people think that there's some magical switch that they're going to flip. They're wandering around a dark room looking for a switch that's not even there. So all you do is you run in place, or you get worse, right? And a lot of people have the quick fix mentality. Rewiring takes time. But we don't think of rewiring our anxious brain like we think of rewiring to be healthy or to be fit, right? Rewiring to enjoy exercise, rewiring to be the best of the best athletes, even though, instead of somebody that just has talent, right? Like Tom Brady or Michael Jordan, right? Or we don't look at it as an entrepreneur being the best entrepreneur, right? We don't look at it as being the best musician or anything like that. And some of you don't even look at it as habits in general, right? Rewiring is basically developing new habits. That takes time. For some of you, that may take a few weeks. For some of you, it may take a few months. The thing with anxiety rewiring, it's even a little harder than that, right? Because we're going up against fear. Fear is the biggest motivator, right? It's so powerful. And a lot of that is because we give it that power. It's a choice. But that's what we're going against. It's probably going to even take longer. So that's why a lot of people struggle with this for years, Not only is it just hard and it takes time, but people keep looking for a switch that's not there. Think about an electrician. When we're talking about rewiring, that's a tedious job. There's a lot of different things going on there. They're not just going to come in most of the time and just do one little thing and everything's fixed. It's not like, you need to flip the switch on your breaker. It's not like that. They go in, they do a lot of things. They have to make sure that what they're doing is going to catch your house on fire. So it's just tedious. A lot of moving parts, a lot of different tools. See, this is a lifestyle. Being anxiety-free or managing it even is a lifestyle. It's a lot of different things happening at once. And that takes time. So if you're doing something for a week and you're not seeing results and giving up, I'm sorry, but it takes longer than that. See, your subconscious is 95% of you. Me talking is just 5%. When you start a new habit, you do that with 5% of you. Why do you expect the first few days of doing something, everything to completely flip in your favor, when you've been doing the opposite for months or even years? I'd been telling myself for years that I had something wrong with my body, whether it be my heart, my stomach. And then whenever I wanted to try to work on acceptance, of course my subconscious is going to reject it for a while. That's my doing, right? You've been telling yourself negative things over and over and over again, and somebody says to be positive, and you're like, yeah, I've tried that. Yeah, you tried to be positive, and your subconscious didn't accept it. It rejected it. right? That's because you haven't rewired. You haven't done something long enough for it to be like, okay, yeah, this is cool. Think about when you first exercise. You get a lot of subconscious resistance. You're not wired to it. And some of it's just because you're out of shape and you're tired, right? But there's a big mental part of it. It's like, I don't want to do this, or I've been doing this for a few days. I don't want to keep doing this. I'm just tired. I want to take a break. Same thing with anything. Being an entrepreneur, you got to, take courses or read and study, and you don't want to do that, right? You're not used to it unless you just have this hardcore passion to do it. Same thing with practicing, working out. If you're an athlete or a musician, when you first start doing this stuff, it's not normal. But guess what happens over time? Over time, once you finally start to rewire, and you'll see it happen gradually, it's a slow process. Now you feel weird if you don't work out. Now you feel weird if you don't practice. Now you feel weird if you're not constantly educating yourself to become the best entrepreneur. It's engraved in you now. And that's a beautiful thing. That same thing happens with anxiety. So we have to make the best of what we have, 5%, right? So with that 5%, we better make it count. So when you have symptoms or negative thoughts, you have to start reacting very quickly and proactively. You got to be on the offensive. You got to make that 5% count because it's going to take some time. So we got to do everything that we have. The tools, the strategies, we have to use all of them to our advantage. Make everything count. So we have to keep coming back to the subconscious with the conscious intentions. 5% trying to change 95% of you that's wired to negativity and fear. That process takes time. Stop trying to rush it. Stop trying to put a timetable on your recovery. Recovery doesn't have any boundaries. It's not black and white. It's gray. It's natural. It's a natural process. Stop trying to force it. Stop looking for that magical switch. Whether it be a CBD oil or a supplement or a one-liner from me. Maybe in this video he says one thing that just makes everything happen. It doesn't work like that. You're still responsible for your mental health. It comes down to you, changing you. And it starts with habits. And like I said, with anxiety, it's more complicated. You have many habits that you have to develop. Many habits. One of them is patience. One of them is consistency. One of them is sticking with a schedule. You have to have the habit of combating, or not really combating, countering your negative thoughts. You know what I mean? You have to have a habit of reacting in a positive way when you have symptoms instead of a negative, fearful way to change that. But it takes time. And I know a lot of you are trying to be positive. You're trying to, and acceptance is a big example, right? You try to accept anxiety for what it is rather than a disease, for my health anxiety folks out there. You've tried, right? I tried all the time. But my symptoms wouldn't go away as fast as I wanted them to, even though I was trying to start accepting. That's why acceptance is hard. Because you do accept, especially when things are going good. But then the symptoms come back and you're like, dang it, why? Oh, the symptoms won't go away. They won't go away because we're so symptom focused. That's how we react. We think it's supposed to happen within a few hours or even a day or even a week. Be prepared to go weeks with having symptoms after you start working and declaring acceptance. You have to be uncomfortable to grow. There's going to be a transition time where you're not comfortable, even when you're doing the right thing. Just like whenever you're trying to get in shape. There's going to be 2 or 3 weeks, even though you're doing the right thing by getting your butt up early and going to the gym, even though it sucks, you're still going to have resistance. You're going to still have pain. You're still going to have a lack of motivation. And I can go on and on about the lack of motivation. Motivation is so freaking overrated. Sometimes you just got to do. But when it comes to rewiring, I don't want to keep this going for too much longer. I'm already going off on a rant here. When it comes to rewiring, it takes time. It takes patience. You are creating not just one habit. You're creating many new habits. So take your time. Stop rushing it. Be consistent. And stick with it. And stop looking for a switch that isn't there. Please. I hope this video meant something to some of you. I kind of went off in some weird directions with it, but I hope it all made sense to you guys. And this is just my opinion, my 2 cents. I'm not, I didn't go to school for this stuff, right? I didn't go to school. This is from my experience. That's why I do the life coaching. That's why I have a course and all that stuff now, because I just want to take my experience and help you guys. So if you haven't joined the course yet, please take advantage of that. I know I'm going to keep saying it, and I know some of you are annoyed by me saying it, and that's just because I know it's going to change so many people's lives, and I know a lot of people are going to miss out, and even though they're getting a great deal. And I don't want you to miss out on that. You're not going to hear 67% off from a lot of people, You may hear 25 or 50. I wanted to go even further. I wanted everybody to be able to grab this, but please check that out. Please check it out. So many bonuses come with it. 5 days left for that, okay? The link will be in the description and in the first pinned comment. Again, leave me a comment, guys, and if you got value out of this, leave me a like, please. Likes help me. They do. I like likes. So leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and remember to hit the bell, so you can get notified when I put these videos out. That helps me as well, because you know how YouTube is. It doesn't like to send my videos out to people who subscribed. Maybe a small percentage of them. But the description has tons of things like online therapy, and some other things are down there. My coaching info, if that's something that you're interested in, and then all the social networks. There's free Facebook groups down there too. Free. Join those communities. Be a part of them. But I love you all. Keep fighting. I'm gonna keep being consistent. Can't talk. It's the weekend, so I hope you are safe. I hope you have fun. Hopefully you can relax. Don't do too much, and I will be posting Saturday and Sunday. So I love you all. Bye.